All right, what up, boys? What up, boys? All right, let's get this. Let's get this
You're
Forbidden Kingdom recap here. New location, new festival, main stage. We don't think it's all right. And what else we got? No, let's get it.
it was straight.
Let's go
I
with
like the eye, the fucking eye.
it. It was interesting when you were like dead center in the middle. It was pretty cool because it had
Hmm.
like these rings in the middle, and it would like go all the way back. It would like
Yeah.
it would like kind of like suck you into like a tunnel. But like if you were on the left side, you had like no view of that, like none, zero.
Oh,
It was horrible on the
and
left side.
the side panel visuals were like incomplete. Like it wasn't the whole screen. It
Yeah, it was
was,
like
you know what I mean?
it was like a half.
They like cut it across. Yeah.
Yeah, the right side was okay, but
No, it was the eye for like a bunch. That was like the default on the main stage. Like even when no one was playing, they'd have that fucking like eye up there.
Oh, I never noticed it too much. I remember ATA was like fucked up, and I'm like, I thought it was part of the set too. I was like, oh, they're about to just be like psych and then drop the beat back again.
I can barely hear Anthony. Just so you guys know, I don't know how.
I gotta get up close to him.
Oh,
No,
because
you
he's got
switch
the
sides.
he's
Switch
got the
sides.
AirPods in.
Switch sides. Switch sides.
Oh my gosh, look at you guys
Technical
roaming through the
difficulties.
jungle here.
Is this your game side?
No, it's because we're talking through this one. Is that better?
It's a little bit. Say something, Anthony, not
Yo,
you. Right? Okay.
I'll talk louder. Yeah.
But yeah, the fucking Eye of Sauron that was at the fucking looking over one of the festivals, like creepy ass shit. Oh, dude.
Dude, creepy vibes.
But
Dude, the art was so interesting, bro. Like they had like the dragon eggs, bro. Like on the map when they released the map, I saw the dragon eggs. And my group is like, "Yo, if anyone gets lost, meet at the eggs." And I'm thinking they're gonna be like the eggs you get in from fucking Lost,
Lost
Lands. You
Lands.
know the ones I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
do know what you're talking about.
But no, they're like paper mache eggs.
I have this
I'm like,
vivid.
bro, this is
I have this vivid
What were
memory
the
of
eggs?
Josh Kassoff like in the eggs at Lost Lands, just like pretending he's hatching. Oh my god,
dude.
big Josh.
When I ran into that kid, I was fucking mind blown. It was like my universe was collapsing.
Day one or day? Oh, day one he was there. That's all.
Dude, day one, no, bro, day one, I'm in the crowd and he runs into me. Like literally physically runs into me and bumps into me going full speed. And I turn around and he's got the goggles on and he can't see at all.
Oh yeah, he was he was out of his mind.
That
To
boy's
say the
always out of his
least.
mind.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Oh my god. Yeah, they had some cool shit though this year. The that one art car with like the metal art car
Oh,
that was sick as fuck.
bro.
Honestly,
I love
I don't
that.
know if you like
With the
ever
fire.
chilled at it. Like there were some people that were bumping good music, and then like the pyrotechnics were like crazy on that. That's all they had at that stage was just fire, but like it was sick. And then with the lake behind
Day one,
it.
it was so hot though, and they're just shooting fire into the air. It's like 105 degrees. I was like, "Please stop." Like, we
Dude,
don't need this yet.
you could be like 50. You could literally be like walking by it and it was too hot. Like it was overpoweringly warm.
Bro, whoever ran this festival is a sick fuck because it's literally 100,000 degrees outside and they're shooting fire and turning off the fans. And then it starts freezing and pouring rain. And they're like, turn on the fans, turn off the fire.
For real,
Dude, it was
insane.
pouring day one. I did not. I was a little worried that it was gonna get canceled, but they kept
Me
playing
too.
music, so I was like, all right, that shit's not going away, dude. And it was funny because all I remember was I'm like getting food and it's like drizzling. I'm like, this is fine. Like this is a nice drizzle. And like I'm eating my taco, and as I'm eating like my second bite, like it just starts pouring, and my taco just falls apart, bro, like everywhere. And I'm
It
like,
was like hail rain. It was like the rain
Dude, it
was
was
so
literally
damn hard.
hailing.
yeah, it was like
I was like,
pelting
ow,
people.
ow.
Yeah,
Yeah, headbang to like dodge it.
yeah. I was like, headbang to dodge.
Like if you were standing still, you're just getting pelted. Like,
You gotta keep moving, bro. You got less surface area to get hailed on.
like right when my roll started coming too, like that's when the rain came really hard, and I was like, yes. Did you see on the second? Did you see the second day? There was that one dude that streaked outside, like he was a big black dude. He was just completely naked, like we're on the line coming in.
Yeah, speak up a little bit more, and I can barely hear you. So I'm sorry, dude.
There was this like big
Yeah,
black
there
dude
you
that was naked, and he was streaking. Like, as I was walking into the into like the line, this dude just comes out butt ass naked, like swinging dong, just like and we're like what the fuck?
Swinging
Like,
dong.
yeah, we're like, all right, day two is about to go crazy, and from there, just everything
Dude,
was amazing.
so many people snuck in. It was crazy how many people snuck
Oh
in.
yeah, you
Dude,
saw
we
the
run into our bro, we run into our boy at the festival, And we're like, he's got a whole ass backpack. We're like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, oh yeah, I just pretended I was a sound guy and I just walked right through the gate. And then he opens up the fucking backpack and he's got like a handle of Jameson. He's just drinking it in the crowd.
Oh yeah.
We're like, bro,
Dude.
it's the same kid I told you that I ran into outside the hotel with the fucking SWAT team.
Dude,
Every time I see this kid, he's just doing sus shit.
that security did not give a fuck about that at all because they did not. I
No,
knew
bro.
you're absolutely right. I met someone on the second day that was like, yeah, I snuck in yesterday because like he was like, I walked right through the gates. Like they didn't even give a fuck. They were like, some guy was
Bro.
like, I was like, oh, I don't think my ticket's working on my phone. The guy was just like, bro, I don't care. Like, just go. And he just walked in. Fucking
Yeah, I
ridiculous.
literally don't care. It doesn't bother.
The
Dude,
guy
the
that
kid that
swam
swam, yeah, the
away.
kid that swam in, bro. You
I saw that video. I was about to talk about that. That's wild.
Dude, he had a waterproof cinch bag and swam across the lake.
Dude, so smart until the alligators get you, dude.
Legend.
So smart until the alligators get you.
That kid's a god.
That shit I would never do in
Honest.
Florida, bro. I'm sorry. I would never even. I
Dude,
wouldn't
the
even
ticket's
risk
only,
it.
bro. The ticket's only like $120. It's not that much money.
When you get bit by an alligator, it's like 500, bro.
Dude, it's not even that. Imagine how miserable you are coming up to the festival smelling like dirty lake water.
Yeah, he was hoping for rain day too. It never came.
That boy smelled terrible, I bet.
Dude, no doubt. Oh, that's the worst when people fucking reek in the. Ugh. Ugh.
Dude, that's why I bring deodorant every day. It's an absolute necessity.
I guess that's pretty
Yeah. So
smart.
what happened with the police with you?
Oh yeah, so day two. Before we get into the lineup, day two, I'm on the way to the festival. We're in my car, and I'm literally pulling into the festival. I'm like literally parking, and I get pulled over. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm already like turning in to go fucking to the festival. So the guy comes up and he's like, I ran your plates and your tag's not even coming up. I'm like, what are you talking? Like I was lost. I was like, oh, maybe because I moved or something. I have no idea. And I like give him my registration and my license plate, like all check out. They're all like the same numbers, everything. And then another cop pulls up and he's like, this cop was not taking bullshit. He was like Mr. Serious. And like, I just told him the same thing. And then like, I'm sitting in the car and he's like, step out of the vehicle. And I was like, oh great, I'm getting arrested. And he brings me to the back of the car. And like literally as I got out of the car, I just turned around because I was like, I'm getting arrested. Like they think I'm driving a stolen vehicle or something. And so like
oh my God.
I'm fucking. So then he brings me back there and he's like, that your tag. He keeps calling it a tag, and I'm like lost as hell. I'm like, who the fuck is like? And then finally I'm like, are you talking about the license plate? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, great. Now we're on the same page because who the fuck calls a license plate a tag? I just don't understand who does that. So I'm
Yeah, the
fucking,
tag is the little sticker you put on the license plate, I thought.
that's what I thought, but he was talking about literally like I read the license plate. I was like, "Are you talking about the 6 digits?" And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay, now I know what the fuck you're talking about."
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's coming up as a different car." And I'm like, "How?" Like I have the registration, everything. And then he's like, "What?" I'm like, "What's the car like by chance?" And he's like, "It's a black Nissan." I'm like, "That's my fucking mom's car." So someone at the DMV or something fucked up and like my mom like my license plate was coming up as to my mom's car, and she has a completely different license plate and like registration too for like a whole different like sequence thing. So then the cops were like, well, look, man, just must be like a mistake. But they must have been in a bad day or something because they were like, you can't drive this vehicle. Like if you drive this, you're going to go to jail. Like this is an unregistered vehicle, yada, yada. So they were like, you got to get it towed. So I had to call a tow guy to get me to tow it out of the festival grounds back to the apartment. And then I had to drive my girlfriend's car back to the festival. The crazy part is on the way, I'm finally in the tow truck. On the way to the apartment, the tow truck guy's like, can I stop and get like a drink at Wawa? I'm like, just go for it. At this point, I don't care. And then I see a cop there, and I'm like, you know what? I am lost as hell. I'm going to go fucking talk to this cop and see what the fuck's going on. Like, what went wrong and whatnot. I talk to him. I tell him the same thing. He looks it up. He's like, sure enough, yeah, it's coming up as like your mom's car for some reason and yada, yada. And then he just goes, you know what, man, I wouldn't worry about it. Just get it done like this week. Here's my card. If you have any issues, like you're good. Like I know you're not intentionally like driving this unregistered.
What?
And I was like, why the fuck did the other cops not do that? Like I already paid the tow guy too, so it wasn't like I could just like.
How much was it?
Like $100, but just annoying. It's like pain in the ass for a fucking
so much.
5-mile drive. It's ridiculous.
So what time did you get into the festival?
I didn't get until the end of like the very end of Zomboy, which I think was at
Oh my God, you missed so much.
yeah, and I was gonna be there at 4, so I got
Yeah,
in.
you missed Murado.
I got in at like
4:30.
I got in at it. Yeah, that's the time I got in. 7:30, 7:45. Saw the end of Zomboy, and then only saw Barely Alive, Sudden Death, Slander. So I was there for like 4 hours. It was really shitty.
Was it a fire second day though?
I mean, it was for what I saw, but I didn't get to like hang or see anyone that because of
You
getting
missed Murata.
not only that, but because of getting in late, like I didn't see any of y'all. Like I just saw like I was just with like my girl and like her group, but I didn't see like you guys. I didn't see Nikki or any of them. I didn't see nobody because it was just like just too crowded and hard to figure out at that point, which sucks. But whatever, you do what you gotta do.
Dude, that's the worst luck ever.
I mean, hey, it's better than like me driving home and like getting pulled over. And
I guess, yeah.
I mean, that's the way I looked at it. I was like, you know what? It could have been a lot worse. Like, I could have been driving everybody home, and like, you know, never know what could happen with that situation. Just saying. Yeah. So it could be a lot worse. But
it could have been a lot worse.
Oh, a lot worse. Let's dive into
any after parties.
No, I know you guys did, right?
We did the pre-party and then the Sun Death after party on Saturday.
Yeah, give me a quick
the pre-party, bro. Okay, so for the pre-party, our friend Sam, you know Sammy. Sammy's friend Plasma was opening for Dr. P and Funkcase. Shout out Sammy. So fucking Dr. P and Funkcase were opening, bro, and then their travel, like I guess their flights got canceled, so they couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So we already have these tickets. We're going to see this kid we know, and then we're like, I guess we're gonna go anyways. And they replaced Dr. P and Funkcase with Jessica Autofred and fucking Dirty Audio. Mm-hmm. And bro, I'm so happy they did. Because
she's dope as fuck.
Is so fucking dope, dude. She's so fucking dope. Literally, like, someone said this to me at the pre-party, and at the time when they said it, I thought it was kind of stupid. But the more I thought about it, like, she reminds me of a female Excision. Like, that's literally, like, the vibe she gives me.
She's very underrated. She's, like, in, like, a good way. Like, not a bad way. Like, but, like, she's good as fuck.
Do you know she speaks, like, no English, and she's from Mexico?
I did not know that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy as fuck? She speaks, like, no English.
¿Cómo se dice?
Dubstep.
No, I heard about her 2.5 years ago, 2-3 years ago, around that time frame, around like Bass Canyon. She played this like Africa remix that is just fucking fire. Like I don't know how it's way like I like the first song, I like the normal Africa, but like
yeah, me too.
Her remix of it is fucking ridiculous. Like just
damn, I gotta check that out.
I'll send you the mix. I found actually so you know like that one year Excision like just brought a bunch of new people on and they did like they all did back to backs with him for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So she was one of the people that he brought on. So I'll send you her set from Bass Canyon. It's like a 15-minute set and she closes it out with that Africa remix. Fucking meet the ball. So good. Chef's kiss. Yes, sir. Tell me quickly about the other after party because that Sudden Death one was fucking ridiculous.
Okay, dude, the Sudden Death after party was literally the craziest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. So he starts off and whoever I think Sweet Tooth was opening. No, Sweet Tooth and like Schizo were opening for him and they were fire. And then Sudden Death comes on and just starts absolutely tearing shit up to a packed out fucking Guilt. And then like not even like that far into it, like 20 minutes, bro. He brings up Virtual Riot. So Virtual Riot comes up and they start chopping it up, throwing down crazy shit. And then he brings up Company. And then they start chopping it up, doing fucking crazy shit. And then they bring up fucking Uber. And then they're doing a back-to-back. And then they bring up Soli too. And they brought up like someone else. And at this point, there's like six like fucking famous-ass DJs on stage at Guild. We're like 5 feet from them. And they're all throwing the fuck down. And I was just like, this is as lit as the festival. Like, it was a fucking... It was
I went.
Anthony was there. That boy was lit.
I was really messed up when I got there. Like, I was bleeding in and out of consciousness, and like I got thrown into like the mosh pit, and I literally was like, I'm about to fall on this floor right now and black out. Like I have to be. So I ended up going back to the car and like falling asleep, and then everyone comes out and like wakes me up like it was so lit, and I was like, fuck. I was like, my body was giving out on me, dude.
Dude, I was wilding out way too hard. I'm fucking like, I'm so turned from after the festival. And Sammy's friend invites us like up in their VIP table. And I don't know any of these people. And within 5 minutes of me being there, I'm jumping on all the couches and fucking jumping on the tables and shit. Just like something Sudden Death was doing just had me like out of my right mind.
He brought out the evil in you.
Dude, he really did. It was,
Bro,
shit
I
was
want
getting
to.
sinister.
I gotta talk about this because this is so funny. The fucking Void thing. So on Twitter, all the people on Void were like, like there's I don't know who, not everyone, but there were some people that were like, it's evil and blah 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 blah, and like I don't know, a bunch of people were coming to his defense, of course, and yada yada, and like someone posted this picture where they got like hit and like someone robbed them, like someone like beat the shit out of him and then robbed them like during some sudden death void. And
What?
dude,
Bro, what?
dude, all I wanted to do when I saw that Twitter post was to comment, "The void must have brought out the evil in that guy, dude." But
Dude,
it took me
bro.
all my strength not to, because I know people would have been like, "Now is not the time for that." Like, do not.
That's so fucked, but that's so funny, bro. There's no other explanation. It had to be that. I've never heard of that ever
Bro,
happening at a
that's the
festival
vibe.
in my life.
I'm nothing against it, but that is the vibe that void set brings. Like, I'm just
Oh,
that.
dude.
And people were like,
It really has a wall of death.
and people were like, "Oh, it's not like it's art," and it's like, yeah, it is art, but like, if everyone interprets it as like it's an ongoing joke with like people that it's an evil, and like our entire group that I was with
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
"Oh, it's just like evil." Like, so there were some people in our group that were like, "What is it?" And like immediately, like the people who knew about it were like, "It's just like evil, like satanic sex."
But like it is, and like
I
I
know
love it.
that's how else would you describe it, but I don't know. For people that like, I don't know, it's just
People just take it too much to heart. Like it's more of like a fucking. It's not quite a joke, but it's like an aesthetic almost, if that makes sense.
yeah.
It's really, honestly, I think what it is it's just because that's the like vibe your brain like thinks of when you listen to that music. Like that
It's
is
not
the vibe.
really the music; it's more the the visuals and stuff behind it. I don't
No,
think
but
the
what
music
I'm
doesn't
saying
make
is
me
that I
think
think
of that.
no, but you don't think so, bro? It's some dark ass shit. It's like fucking like the. It's almost like its own genre. It's like fucking. I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like experimental, like fucking. It's like if Rez was heavy almost.
It's soul harvesting. I'm just kidding.
Soul, soul harvesting dubstep.
Dude, I saw
Deathcore.
a video about that where some girl was talking about soul harvesting, and this guy I'm about to have on the podcast, the smaller DJ, has this song called like Soul Eater, and it, like his bio, was like Soul Eater coming out in 2 days, and so he commented on it and was like, "I don't think this girl's gonna like my music." I was fucking dying, bro. I was like, I gotta have this man on.
Soul Eater.
So funny. Oh my
There's
God.
something about like heavy bass music that's like always associated with like dark, like sinister, satanic fucking imagery.
Well, they use the imagery. That's what the imagery they use for it.
Yeah.
So it's
But
like that's what your
bro,
brain.
like, dude, I said this to JT at the festival. Like, dude, when you listen to that like scary ass dubstep, that's the music you would listen to if you were worshiping Satan. Like, it really is, bro. Like,
I mean, I don't know. It's not something I do on the weekends.
I mean, me neither. But bro, when I'm at the festival, even the way we dance, bro. Like, if you just look at the way we like headbang and just like the way we dance to fucking heavy bass music, it literally looks like we're doing like a satanic ritual. Like it's some fucking. It looks sus. It looks sus. I'm not gonna lie.
Who knows? Who knows?
I had no idea what to expect at all.
Was it fire?
Yeah, I loved it. Because you showed me that video of him like floating over the stage, and I was like, "Oh, something's crazy about to go down."
That's exactly
He
what
does
I.
a magic
He does a
trick.
magic
Dude, that's what
trick,
I.
like,
That's the exact video I showed my entire group the day before. We were all talking about it after, and they're like, "What is this like void set?" I hear they're like, blah 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 blah, and I was like, "I got the perfect video for you, real quick." And I
He's
play it,
levitating
and he's
above
just
the decks.
levitating this
Down
in
to
the
his
eye of
neck.
Sauron, like just levitating up there. And, oh my gosh.
They're like, I'm scared.
Gotta go see him. I gotta go see him in the caves. That's where it really gets.
Oh, bro,
that's where
dude.
it really gets
Oh,
demonic.
100%. I
Fucking,
just realized I could go too, so we need to send that.
What's it called? Take some peyote. Really meet the demons out
Oh
there
my-
in the in the
peyote.
cave. Peyote.
Oh my god, dude, that sounds like an awful like 5-MeO DMT in the sudden death void
in
cavern.
the caves.
Love. Yeah, no, dude, that would sounds like a way to get permanent psychosis.
He needs to do it in the. He needs to do an underground rave in the catacombs. That's where it really comes down to play.
Oh my god, in Paris, bro, that would
be-
be so fucking
That
insane.
would be scary.
We're just in a dirty sewer.
Just surrounded by skull and bones made out of the fucking hallways. Ugh.
You
Anyways.
know the vibes.
Let's do a quick recap. Day one.
We've talked about like no music.
Yeah, I know. we've had a good recap.
We're like, all right, now on to day one.
Fucking let's do fucking I don't know what we're gonna talk about too. I really was looking forward to BTSM and Excision coming back. That those two really flow together well. Like
Oh, bro.
when they
Dude,
play
especially
back to
after the
back in a
Lost Lands
sense.
BTSM set. Because you remember, I'm pretty sure BTSM played right before the Excision 2-hour set at Lost Lands.
They played 2 sets before. We saw
Oh, it was Zed's Dead.
Zed's Dead, and then the 2-hour set.
Yeah.
But they did play back to back again. Not I shouldn't say back to back because people get confused. But they did play our set next to our set at EDC Orlando 2019 after that. And that was
you're
fucking
right.
fire,
that was
dude.
a fucking vibe.
Yeah, that was
Dude,
they have good music that flows well together. Not that they'd ever do a back to back, but like this shit goes well from like one set to the next.
Dude, even though I don't love bass house for whatever reason, when fucking BTSM does it, like I don't mind at all. Like I'm totally there for it.
I remember seeing them back in the day when they were playing during the day, and I was thinking like they're gonna be pretty good. And then they just started they just up their visuals and shit, and now they're playing they're almost headliners. Like fuck yeah, they're good as fuck.
Dude, they had the craziest set at Lost Lands when we went.
Oh no, without a doubt. Like one of the ones that people were like blown away by. Like what the fuck is going on?
And that's saying a lot. Like that's saying a lot considering everyone is there. Everyone's fucking there.
And did you see him or did you see someone else?
No, I went and saw them. But I didn't know that was them at the time until I found out later because I was literally just lost on who I was seeing all day. I was just getting pulled around. Like I never really like go to like see specific artists just because I'm kind of new to the whole thing. But I really liked them a lot because I was asking my sister later that day. I was like, who was that? And I saw Excision for my first time too. Did I see Excision?
You saw it? Wait, I think you saw him at EDC.
See, like I don't know who I saw at EDC. Was my first festival.
This man was This man was 2 Four Locos deep, wandering around EDC Orlando. Bro, we pull into EDC Orlando, and this man immediately goes and buys like a $24 Four Loco.
I can't believe they fucking had those there still. That's outrageous.
That should be illegal.
That's unnecessary.
Best idea.
Wasn't the worst idea.
Yeah, we know what's crazy is they bought them for $5 and sold them for $24.
Oh, dude, that profit margin is, $5 is generous, very generous, bro. That's a $279 Four Loco.
Profits to the max, dude.
To the moon.
Oh, you know what fucking was crazy to me on day one? Did not know when I got there. Did not know that Funkate and Dr. P didn't make it for their set because they tweeted out the night before, we didn't make it for the pre-party, we'll be there for the next day, but like they didn't, obviously they didn't. And so I'm standing there, Dion Timmer company ends, I'm like, that was a good set. And all of a sudden fucking Riot 10 walks out and he's like, yo, I'm doing a back-to-back with AT Aliens. And we're like, what? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought it was like a surprise set. I was so like hype about it. And then of course someone in our group's like, no, it's on the lineup right here. And I was like, no, it's not. It's a new set. It's a surprise set. Like I was so.
So did you see that or did you see BTSM?
I only saw the first 10, 15 minutes, but it was really good what I saw. I mean,
it was fire.
Yeah, they had a good back to back going because like they have very distinct different sounds. So like you could tell when like Bright 10 would throw on the first drop, and then like you would think it was building up to like his second drop, and then like switch and ATLs would play like their little experimental kind of bass stuff. So good shit.
Yeah, I didn't because I wasn't checking my phone all day, so I didn't realize that Dr. P and Funkcase canceled either until Little Ryan texted me a picture that FK posted on Instagram where it's like Riot 10 back-to-back AT Aliens. And Lil Ryan's been wanting to see Riot 10 forever, but we never get to because it's always against it. Bro, no, he literally, it's been like 5 festivals in a row. Like he sees Riot 10 on the lineup. He's like, fuck yeah, we're going to see Riot 10. And then they're always playing against someone that like we refuse to miss. So he never gets to see them. And then he watches the set on YouTube and it gets like hella sad about it because he wanted to see it. So he goes, bro, you guys better go. He's like, Riot 10 back-to-back AT Aliens, what the fuck? You guys better go see that. And I look at the lineup and I see they're playing against BTSM and I'm like, bro, Lil Ryan, you're going to hate me, but I'm not going.
Dude, who did they play up against at Ubi? Riot 10.
Oh, at Ubi, he played up against Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
And then he played up against Slander at fucking SMF.
Yeah. I had
Dude, he
friends
gets
that
billed
saw him at
high.
Rail.
He gets billed really high.
I got friends that saw him at SMF on the rail, and it was fucking wild. They said
fucking Fernando, right?
Nando. Yeah, Nando's a big Riot 10 guy.
Riot
of
10.
course they do. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Them boys were vibing. Day 2. Ooh, let's hop in there real quick. Get a little Little schedule. What we got here? Well, I showed up late, like I said, so I saw End of Zomboy, Virtual Riot back to back, Barely Live was fucking phenomenal.
Amazing.
Dude.
It always is.
Okay, so what's funny is I've always wanted to see Virtual Riot, and I didn't realize till like halfway through the set that I was seeing him. Like I knew, like
Oh, you've
like,
never seen Virtual Riot before?
No, never. It was always he always had
That's
conflicts. Like
crazy.
I wanted to see him at Vegas 2 years ago, but he was like conflict with someone else. I can't remember. I think it might have been Millennium. But like I like was halfway through the set, and I'm like, and I knew it was them. I knew it was them up there, and then all of a sudden, like halfway through, I'm like, wait, holy shit, I'm finally seeing him. I got fucking like it was like a weird thing where I was like just vibing, like having a good time, and then all of a sudden
That's
I'm
like you. That's like you the whole time.
Oh, I know.
dude,
You're
I'm
like, bro, I
like,
can't wait to see BTSM. I'm like, it is BTSM.
I was just lost. I'm always just lost. I have no idea what I'm seeing.
Dude, yeah, no, we showed up later than we did the first day just because it was so hot. So we got there in time for Hesh back to back bomber, which was sick like always, just hella rhythm and fucking like trappy kind of dubstep.
yeah.
And then we saw Murata, and bro, Murata was so fucking good. There was the fattest mosh pit right next to us that started at the beginning and did not stop until the end of Murata. And then there was that fat ass all girls mosh pit where Sammy went in and started bulldozing people.
She did,
Dude, and then we see some dude.
She runs and just
I haven't
beats
showed you
ass
that
and jumps
video,
on
bro.
this-
She was shoving girls to the ground. Just absolutely, bro. I had, dude, and then I look on Twitter, bro, and like, remember how Sylvan King did the girls only mosh pit at FK 2 years ago,
yeah.
and that like blew up. So someone posted this one, and in the video, all you see is Sammy in her like red outfit going around just bodying chicks.
I'm gonna look this up. I'm looking this up for sure.
Oh, dude, I'll send it to you in a second. It's
All the
fucking,
girls were like playing around, and then Sammy goes in for blood.
dude.
Like,
She was shoving girls to the ground, just throwing them out of her way.
I can see that. That's so funny. Fucking.
But yeah, so
did you see
Murata
the?
was sick, and then
Did you see the fake Murata person on day 2?
the what?
Have you seen this? Dude,
No.
there's this guy that looked like Murata, and everyone kept thinking he was
Oh
Murata.
my god, yes.
And
the
posting
bald
him
guy that
at-
was walking.
Dude, he had this like fucking. I'll say I don't have it to pull it up, but he was wearing like this like bucket hat, like a fisherman gray brown bucket hat, like a. And then he had like a black Excision shirt on. That was it. And people were taking pictures of them and all this shit. And Murata just posted it like literally yesterday, saying like, "LMAO, people think this is me, like from FK. It's not." Like, and I swear to God, some people in my friends group got pictures with him. They're like, "Oh my God, we met Murata." Like, it was.
Dude, the guy just didn't say anything. He's like, yeah, okay.
Dude, there were comments underneath Murata's post, like, and people were like, "Dude, I saw that kid. He would take pictures and then just like bolt away like somewhere else. Like he would just like take pictures with people
That's so
and
funny,
fucking
bro.
just leave,
That's a
bro.
very elaborate troll.
That's so funny. Oh my God, that must blow. I'd hate that.
I love that for him.
But then who else we got?
Who was after Murata? Oh, we saw Jansen after Murata, and that was fucking amazing.
Oh, I bet that was good. I would have saw Jansen if I was there, but
was Boogie T playing while Jansen?
Yeah,
was on?
Boogie T. It was Boogie T back to back Dirt Monkey was playing against Jansen, and we went and saw Jansen.
I like both those people. I like the back to back. I've been like feeling Dirt Monkey every time I'm in person.
Really?
I don't know what it is about that wonky stuff. I'm kind of like, all right, I like it.
Yeah, I fall like in and out of Dirt Monkey. Like, there's some days I like it, but we had to fucking go support Jansen because he was so fucking like cool to all of us, and good.
We already
I
talked
was
about
really torn.
Void.
I wanted to see Boogie T. Bad.
Dude,
Lastly,
Void was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. I'm telling you, from the second he like moved from that insane like elevated fucking like
platform
cherry picker thing he was on to the fucking stage, my mouth did not close the rest of the hour. I could not close my mouth. I tried physically with my hands to push my bottom jaw up to close my mouth, and it wouldn't stay closed. I was just in a fucking like deep trance.
You're stuck in the void, bro.
Dude, I was deep in the fucking void I was lost in a maze of punishment.
Yeah, he was good. I saw like the first half of him, and then we were just feeling like leaving. You know, you ever had that feeling at a festival? You're like, I want to like go do something. I want to just like go do something.
Yeah.
That's how we were feeling. We're like, all right, we've been at this stage, and we were on the right, like kind of up, so it was a little bit more crowded too. And we all were like, we just want to move and get out, and like we'll come back, and like we were just like trying to get out.
We were
saw
so
Bandles.
deep in the crowd, it was absurd. Oh, dude, fucking.
Bandles was throwing down.
Vandals is so fucking.
They were
sick.
good as fuck. It was, and that stage was fucking empty for obvious reasons. The other two stages were packed, and they were throwing the fuck down, and we just like walked right up and we're on rail, like just fucking jamming out. And then we saw the end of Peekaboo.
How was that?
We only saw like 10 minutes, but it was going good 10 minutes. I mean, I like that other stage.
good.
I like that other stage. The second stage was so much better than the main stage. It was unbelievable. I don't know how they
Really?
At least in my head it was, but that's just my opinion. Who am I?
I thought the sound was better and the screens were better for sure. But
See,
the
that's- I
music was
like
better on the
screens.
main one. That's the only thing that was better.
Well, yeah, but I like the screen. I would have loved, like, if that stage was main with the same people, it would have been fucking wild. It would have been bonkers, bro. It would have been fucking nuts.
Dude, every main stage needs a big flat screen. Like there's no like ifs, ands, or buts. Like there's got to be a big ass flat screen.
You know who does it right is Lost Lands, and fuck every time.
Oh,
Every time they
yeah,
do it
dude,
right.
They don't separate that bullshit, bro. They know better than that.
Yeah. Well, and it's Excision's visual, so it's catered to him. But fuck yeah.
course.
Dude, Slander back to what is it called? Slandertronics.
Was
Ooh.
crazy.
That might have been my favorite set. The whole
I think it was my favorite of the weekend, dude. It made me, because I was originally like, I was worried that Slander was gonna they were gonna split it, and Slander was gonna do a lot of soft shit toward the end, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like,
not
I'm
at
gonna see the
all.
first half, and then I'm gonna go see half of, and then with Liquid. Dude, that set didn't even make me think about Liquid Stranger till like hours after the festival. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even go. Like, it just, that's how
Even
good it
the
was.
slow songs they played were like the good ones. You
They
know
only-
what I mean?
Well, you know what they did is they only played them for one drop, and then Subtronics would flip them in the second
Oh
drop.
yeah,
That's
how
why.
it should
That's
be,
why
yeah.
it was so
Or you
good.
do like a double. You do like
Yeah.
a sig double.
Yeah, no one wants a full
Oh,
5-minute slow song in the middle of a hard set. But
Yeah,
like,
no one wants to hear "I Fall Apart" by Post Malone for 6 minutes and 30
I
seconds.
like that song, but it's okay. Yeah, I could use it for 2 drops. By the third drop, you're like, this thing's still going. Fucking.
Oh, dude, by the second drop, I'm looking at the lineup.
That shit was wild. All right, anything else we missed? What the fuck?
Not really, dude. It was fucking.
Who was that one guy? This one guy had these visuals. It was on the first day. Like the visuals were just his face, like just making weird faces. And he had that one song that was like, "Hey, are you watching porn with? Are you watching porn
Brondo.
alone?"
Brondo.
Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm with my
My
boys.
boys.
Dude, Brondo's
That guy was
amazing.
geeking me out because that's when it was like really, really hot and everyone was like dying.
I love the
And he
Alex
was, like,
Jones
trying-
edits that he does.
He was trying to hype us all up because like he knew everyone was like kind of not feeling the energy. He was like trying to hype it up, and I was like, okay, I fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
And then it started raining and everything went good.
You got
Dude,
the
that was the
water that
biggest
turns the
bummer of the
freaking
weekend.
frogs gay.
wow. Dude, the biggest disappointment was not really getting to see the Liquid Stranger sunset set because of the rain. That really bummed
Very
me out. I
true.
saw like the end of it, but I missed. I feel like all the good shit.
Yeah, I stayed in the village underneath. You stayed warm.
The vendor village, yeah. We hid out there and made friends and fucking vibed. The usual.
For sure. All right, boys. Well, thanks for recapping this with me. Till the
Anytime,
next
Big
fest.
Goat.
Till the
Big
next
Goat.
fest, boys. We'll have to do a
Yeah, we'll run it back after Vegas. Yeah.
we'll have to do a podcast us three as well coming up here. So, all right,
Oh,
boys.
100%. All right, Big Goat.